got some upsets alerts, but have the teams really been exposed? Is it time to say this team is not very good? We got some trending up and trending down. We got some way or no way. And of course, we got to break down America's team, that is the Dallas Cowboys, taking on the Los Angeles Chargers. But first, and now, Mike's thoughts. Man hour, man hour, man hour. Can we stop with this blaming the refs BS shit? We are so sick and tired of the refs having everything to do with it. But I do have to give the Buffalo Bills the benefit of the doubt. I'm sorry, the New York Giants. The New York Giants got a personal foul roughing the passer call against the Buffalo Bills when it was nowhere freaking close to this. The guy had his hands up and chest bumped Josh Allen, and Josh Allen ultimately got knocked out of the game for like 3 or 4 plays, but it was not no personal foul. Basically, guys, what it comes down to is NFL players are hitting players too hard. Let's just be honest. That is what it's coming down to. They are hitting players too hard. When number 21 for the Detroit Lions laid the smackdown on Chris Godwin, shoulder in the chest, a picture-perfect tackle, they threw a flag. Oh, he hit him too hard. Oh, I guess that was just a clean, legal hit. What it comes down to is, guys, the referees need to, start putting those flags deeper in their pockets. We need to stop throwing flags for some stupidness going on. This is the National Football League. Let's hit people. Let's have some fun. But most importantly, let's rush them up, right? Let's do it. But first, we got to cue that damn intro.
You don't want to be every time, no. I would like to personally welcome you to Man Hour After Dark. Say that thing. While I bring you the host, Mike, Buck, and Cone. You know who's coming to the stage. Sports talk than what you about to hear right here. I second that.
Go. You know that it's us when we talking about sports. Giving you facts on the field to the core. Tune in, we need the support. 1 hour too short, still listen some more. On all your stations, not dropping no music. Stripes like Adidas, but Nike just do it. Down 4 in the 4th, we go for the win. Michael 2 seconds, we taking it in. Buck, Mike, and Combs. You know what's going on. Man, now we're After Dark, no LA, we the big spark. No 4th and inches, won't cut you short. Got the best talking, it's all sports. Buzzing more than buzzer beaters. We coming live, all 3 speakers go.
And what is up, Man Hour Nation? Michael Buckeiser here with the Man Hour Show. To head over to manhourradio.com. Check out the merchandise page or check out the blog section as well. We got new merch and new blogs dropping each and every day over there. But most importantly, guys, right now, if you want to miss any part of the show whatsoever, hit on that listen tab. Hit on that listen tab. And bada bing, bada boom, you will get the whole podcast form over there. But if you guys just want to listen to a little bit of me talking about the Jacksonville Jaguars, a little bit of me talking about the Detroit Lions, or a little bit of this, a little bit of that, we do clips every 3 hours on the 3 hours over here at Facebook and YouTube.com. I take clips from the show, clip it out, say, hey, this is all about the Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions suck. Bada bing, bada boom. There we go. We get ourselves a clip. That is how it is. But guys, we are the only NFL show out there that does that. We are the only NFL show that goes out there and goes above and beyond each and every day, giving you guys tons of content. We have tons of content on the Facebook page, tons of content on the YouTube page. Hell, we even got tons of content on TikTok, even though I got to know the first thing about TikTok. All I know is I like watching girls shaking their booties, and I don't want to watch the sports talk there, but it's out there as well. It is out there as well. But before we get too carried away, we got to welcome some people into the chat. XD Gamer right off the bat says, who's the worst 3-2 team in the NFL? Who is the worst 3-2 team, and that is the Jacksonville Jaguars? No. We are actually going to talk about your Jacksonville Jaguars here, XD Gamer, coming up here in about 10 minutes. They are on the 3 and out. Are they trending up or are they trending down? Let's stay tuned to find out. But the Jacksonville Jaguars will be talked about here in about 10 to 15 minutes. Jay Jillian is in the chat. He says Detroit Lions are America's team. Listen, I would give you that if the Dallas Cowboys did not dominate the news every day of the week. The Dallas Cowboys are in the news. Listen, the Dallas Cowboys can literally get blown out by the San Francisco 49ers, and the Detroit Lions could win the Super Bowl, and guess what? The headliners would be the Dallas Cowboys, and Dak Prescott sucks. That is just what it is. We all do love us some Detroit Lions right now. We love us some Detroit Lions, but at the end of the day, it is Dallas Cowboys are America's team. Jim Powell is in the chat as well. It says Nancy's? Nancy's? I don't know what Nancy's means, but Nancy's? Yeehaw's Salvation. What's up, man? He says Dolphins. Dolphins are here. We got some Dolphins in here. And you guys, Hoffy is in the chat as well. Mr. Hofstetter himself will be joining us here live on the air momentarily. He's got to do a couple things on the back end. But bada bing, bada boom, we will get him coming up. And we got Breon Williams, big win for the Cincinnati Bengals. That was a huge win for the Cincinnati Bengals. That is why I got the Travis Kelce mustache going, because I did pick the Seahawks to beat the Cincinnati Bengals, and I did lose that bet. I'm a man of my word, and I'd shave. Is that mustache of honor of Hoyer and Victory Monday? Listen. This mustache is for AOC, man. That AOC porn stash mustache that he has, Adrian O'Connell, I will give you that Victory Monday, Jim. You guys had a great victory. Let's go. XT Gamer says, I want Hoffy. Hoffy is in the chat, and he will be up here as our Hofstetter here in momentarily, probably about 10-15 minutes or so. Just depends. And Tim McWall is in the chat as well. He says Dallas will always be America's team. Come on, bro. They dominate everything. Ratings, hatred, dollar signs, literally everything. Everything. DJ Clark was disrespectful. My bad, Jason. My bad. I misspoke. If you guys do not know, I spoke about the Jacksonville Jaguars last Thursday or Friday in a clip, and we put a clip out there, and I was speaking about the Jaguars receiver core, and I put DJ Clark's name out there on accident. I was just, going a million miles a minute. My head was thinking before my mouth could move, and I was on to the Panthers before. It is. Hoffy doesn't know the Jags. I do know the Jags. All right, guys, so it is time. Wait. Travis Nation says Niners are the number one team. The Niners are the number one team in America. Not so fast, my man. You better stay tuned till Tuesday night for the power rankings, because the Niners may not even be in the top 10 anymore. They have been exposed. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, the 49ers have been exposed. Finally, a team went out there and did what I told you to do to beat the San Francisco 49ers. And that is cut the head off of the snake. Don't worry about Debo. Don't worry about CMC. Don't worry about Brandon Ayuk. Worry about putting pressure on Brock Purdy. And the real Brock Purdy has finally showed up. Now, I do know what you guys are saying. Oh, the 49ers only lost because they didn't have CMC. They only lost because they didn't have Deebo Samuels. No, they lost because Brock Purdy is a above-average quarterback, and their coach is above-average coach as well. Guys, the real San Francisco 49ers have finally been exposed. You know why? Because without Deebo, without CMC, Kyle Shanahan shit the bed. Kyle Shanahan went away from everything that they were doing the previous 14, 15 games in a row, and he says, throw that out the window. We don't care about that no more. We're not going to throw any more screenplays. We're not going to run any more fancy reverses. We're not going to put running backs in the backfield anymore. We're going to let Brock Purdy kind of be Brock Purdy, and that's a sucky-ass quarterback. Guys, I have been giving Brock Purdy his dues. I have been putting him up on this pedestal time after time again. I told him that he was playing at an elite level. which he was. He was playing at an elite level the last 4 or 5 weeks of the NFL season. His numbers did not lie. But the simple fact of the matter is that this offseason, I broke down film of Brock Purdy. I broke him down, and I told you guys exactly what his weaknesses are. He doesn't have a very strong arm. He's very inaccurate. He folds under pressure. And what happens against the Cincinnati Bengals? He folded under pressure. He was very inaccurate. Brandon Ayuk, he overthrew him at least 6 times in a row. It was painful to watch if you were a 49ers fan. Guys, the simple fact of the matter is that Brock Purdy is not very good. He was playing at an elite level. We cannot take that away from anybody whatsoever. He was playing at a very elite level over and over and over again. But with that being said, the elite levelness can only take you so far, meaning Deebo Samuels, CMC, Brandon Ayuk, play calling. At some point, you need to step up and be the dog. Be the man. Well, guess what? Brock Purdy isn't the dog. Brock Purdy isn't the man. We need to go 12 for 27, 44% completion percentage, 125 yards, and 1 touchdown, 1 interception, sure. But that touchdown was a little flip pass to CMC. I don't know if you want to count that or not, but hey, it is what it is. But the simple fact of the matter is, guys, the real Brock Purdy has finally shown up. His clown mask has fallen off, and people are finally taking my advice, taking you what I've been telling you guys for the last 14 games, and you're listening. Put pressure on Brock Purdy, and he will fold like a cheap lawn chair. I saw it in college. I saw it many times in college, and now we saw it on Sunday as well. Jim says, I have a 9:30 Zoom meeting, but, this, Indy played a lot worse than the Jags played. Good. Big nose bastard. So Jim does not like him, no Trevor Lawrence. Cleveland won without Chubb. Yes, Cleveland Browns are a very, very good team. How about this? On the other side of that coin, Jim, Cleveland won without Deshaun Watson. Cleveland won with a third-string quarterback. Cleveland won with a backup running back in Kareem Hunt and Ford, right? Cleveland won with a injured Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett was questionable going into that game, and everything was trending that he was not going to play. Cleveland won with all the odds against them. Cleveland Browns might be the real deal, guys. Cleveland Browns might be the real deal. John Peoples is in the chat. He says, good morning. How about them Lions? We will be talking about those Lions very, very soon, man. We will be talking about those Lions very, very soon. I am getting double chats here. There we go. B-Ron Williams said Cincinnati Bengals will get at the 49ers quarterback all day long. Listen, that's what the Bengals need to do. Need to put him on his back. XT Gamers, Jags have a top 10 secondary. Jaguars apparently have top 10 everything. John People says clean shave. Hell no, man. You got to keep the mustache, right? Jay Jillian says the Niners have no depth. I actually posted this, and people went at my neck about this, Jay. I said the losing of Deebo Samuel shows that the 49ers' depth is not very good. Now, I am eating crow on this because I thought Ray McCloud could step up and maybe be a Deebo Samuel kind of fill-in for like a little while. But guess what? He's not. The 49ers' depth sucks. Once CMC goes down, Mitchell is not that guy, right? Once Deebo Samuels went down, Brandon Ayuk isn't that guy. So if the 49ers lose Deebo Samuels and or CMC for an extended period of time, they are an average team at best. They're just an average team at best. If that happens. Let's just talk about it. Let's talk about it. Rob says, I called it, and I almost nailed the score. Yes, sir, Rob. Me and you both called the 49ers upset, man, and pumped that chest. Pump that chest, baby, because 49ers fans are licking their wounds right now. They are not very happy. David is in the chat. He says, West Coast Buck. I called the Jets. Yes, David did call the Jets upset as well. So congratulations on that score, man. XT Gamer says, 8 players have 3 interceptions this season, and Jags have 2 of them. Cool. We will be talking about the Jaguars. Slow it down, baby. Slow it down. There's a lot of people in the chat today, guys. I really, really appreciate it. Hoffy, keep doing your thing, man. Keeping up with that chat. That would be fantastic, dog. And Rob says, and no Joel Benito left guard. I don't know who you're talking about, Rob. I believe that was, it has to be the Browns left tackle, right? Or sorry, left guard. I don't know that the Niners and Liners are built the same because the Lions have depth. Oh, shots fired. So if you guys do not know, Jay, was it last week or 2 weeks ago, Jay? There was a comment in the chat here, and like Jay said, tell me that I'm wrong or change my mind that the 49ers and the Lions are built the same. And many people are saying, oh, I thought they were built exactly the same, but Jay says, right here, they're not built the same. The Lions have depth. Lions have depth. Very, very true. Who do the Niners play next? Seem like their schedule has been easy aside from the Cowboys. They have a very easy schedule there, Tim. And if I'm not mistaken, the 49ers have a bye week coming up here very, very soon. But their next game is on Monday Night Football, taking on the Minnesota Vikings. So moving forward, they play the Vikings, Bengals, Jaguars, and Bucks. So it's not tough by any means, but it's not easy either, right? It is definitely not easy. Trying to get caught back up. Jaguars also giving up 270 yards passing a game, says their Hoffy. All right, guys. So let's move on to this little topic where I like to say, James says, are we living in the real world where the Lions are the best and complete team in the NFC? Listen, it was 2 years ago when we roughly started doing Man Hour, right? We were kind of tinkering with the whole, we're going to cover all sports and UFC and crap like that. I didn't like it one bit, but I was following the direction of our leadership or whatever, or the masses spoke. But the last 2 seasons, I have been speaking that the Detroit Lions are the real deal. Now, I just jumped on the bandwagon like a little early. I jumped on that bandwagon just a tad bit early. And this year, I finally like, you know what, Detroit Lions, you are dead to me. You have screwed me the last 2 years. And bada bing, bada boom, I'm tired of shaving my head. I'm tired of shaving my face. I'm tired of shaving my legs. And then this year, look at it. They're freaking 5-1, and they are the best team in the NFC. They aren't only the best team in the NFC, they are the most complete team in the NFC. Jameson Williams coming back has been a huge adjustment for them. And I was like, oh, you know what? I haven't seen shit from this guy. I don't know if he's good or not. And then the next thing you know, he is scoring touchdowns. He is looking like a beast. And then it was just, I was like, good Lord, right? And then was it the Lions game where Reynolds came up and pancaked that guy? So not only are the Lions like the most complete team, they are the most selfless team out there, right? Because who is number 14? Was it St. Brown that caught the ball? I'm pretty sure it was St. Brown that caught the ball. And you saw Reynolds, a running back, come out of nowhere and pancake this guy and get St. Brown in the end zone. And I was like, what in the world just happened? Like, Reynolds came and just popped that dude in the mouth so freaking hard. And that cornerback or safety was like, I don't know what happened, but damn, good for you, buddy. And St. Brown just jumped, and it was just, oh my, it was absolutely amazing. Yes, Craig Reynolds was a guy. And the only reason why Craig Reynolds was in there was because Ty Montgomery went down, right? Or sorry, David Montgomery, he went down with was it a ribs or oblique or something? something wrong with his left side. And Craig Reynolds just, it's a good God, man. What is going on? And the next thing you know, they're in the guys. The Lions are the real deal. When we break down the power rankings on Tuesday, when Hoffy hosts the show, do not be surprised one bit. Do not be surprised one bit if the Detroit Lions are sitting at number 1. Do not be surprised. Did I drop a spoiler alert? Who knows? Who knows? Just let you know that the mustache is real and is staying here for a little while. Actually, I'm probably got to shave it right after the show because Cindy is pissed. She called me a Reno 911 or something. I don't know. I don't know. But guys, this is live, raw, uncut sports talk. We are live every Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. East Coast time. And it is time to get into some 3 and out. Some 3 and out. 3 and out is simple. I have 3 things in here, and we're getting out. Just like the Buffalo Bills offense last night. 3 and out. Many, many, many times. But the first one on the 3 and up here, the 3 and out, I should say, is trending up. So there are 3 things that I think are trending up in the NFL. And number 1 on the trending up is the New York Football Jets. For the first time ever in NFL history, the New York Jets not only beat the Philadelphia Eagles, they knocked them from the unbeaten, and they're running back-to-back wins for the first time in a very, very long time. They have wins over the Denver Broncos and the Philadelphia Eagles, and they did this without Sauce Gardner last night as well. And looking at their schedule moving forward, they do play the Giants, they do play the Chargers, and they do play the Raiders. Guys, do we realize that the Jets could be 6-3? 6-3 without Aaron Rodgers, without Delvin Cook. He is on the trade block. Guys, the Jets are trending up. The Jets are looking good, and the Jets are looking. Oh, I'm glad the Chiefs played them early. I'm glad they played them early because right now Zach Wilson is looking good. The team is looking good, and they're really coming together, really gelling. So next up on the trending up. Jacksonville Jaguars. They are trending up. Up. They have 3 wins in a row now over the Falcons, the Buffalo Bills, and the Indianapolis Colts. And they're just not winning, guys. They are dominating. Their defense has been smothering. Their offense has been clicking on all cylinders. The Jacksonville Jaguars are trending up. However, do we need to pump the brakes a little bit? They do play the Saints, Steelers, and 49ers all coming up. All really, really big tests for them moving up. So, but right now they are trending up. Hopefully, XD Gamer, Jason, and whoever else is a Jaguars fan out there, hopefully their season isn't like last season. Nice little roller coaster. 3 games win, we're doing good. Then poof, back down. 3 lose, 3, 4 losses in a row. Come back up. So we will see what they are going to do. John says their defense is keeping them alive. The Jets. Yeah, the Jets defense is nasty. Woo, that defense definitely is nasty. Jets defense is nasty, says Jay. And if they had if they had a competent offense, they would even be nastier. Wilson is getting better, though. Yes, Zach Wilson is getting better each and every day. Good Lord. If Rodgers didn't get hurt, the Jets may be an undefeated team right now. Whoa. Pump the brakes, baby. Pump the brakes. I think the Jets will still be right where they're at. Honestly. Man, Hoffy says the injuries to Lawrence are concerning, but XT Gamer says Lawrence says he's okay. Jay, the Cowboys put up 30 on that defense. Slow it down, baby. But the next team that is trending up, and that is the Las Vegas Raiders. Guys, the Las Vegas Raiders won back-to-back games. They are 3-3. They beat the mighty Green Bay Packers and the not-so-good New England Patriots. But right now, they are trending up. Jimmy G did go to the hospital with a back injury, but all reports are saying that he is okay. But looking at the Raiders' schedule moving forward, they do play the Bears, the Lions, and the Giants. So, do you guys realize that the Raiders could have a winning record going into the bye week? Raiders have a winning record going into the bye week. What? Slow it down, baby. Slow it down. All right, let's jump into the comments here about this. As Raiders? Come on. They beat the Patriots. Most teams can beat the Patriots. Most teams can, but they all can't. So, David says, I'm a Charger. I know the Chargers. I know the Jags are good. Trevor Lawrence is a top 5 quarterback. Friday, Hoffy will have the quarterback rankings going into week 7, and we'll see if Trevor Lawrence is a top 5 quarterback. Chandler Jones says he is okay, too. James says McDaniels taking out Belichick was beautiful. It was beautiful. It was my big senator. Next up, Josh McDaniels will be the new head coach for the New England Patriots. So if you guys have not bought your season tickets for the New England Patriots moving forward, do so, because Josh McDaniels will be the next New England Patriots head coach. McDaniels is undefeated versus Belichick. Or undefeated. I think he said undefeated, but it is. Report says his mangina is bruised for Jimmy G. David says nailed it. All right, guys, so that is what is up with trending up. The Jets are trending up, the Jaguars are trending up, and the Raiders are trending up. But now, every time there's a trending up, there's got to be a trending down. Next up on the 3 and Up on the trending down are the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills are trending down. Yes, they did beat the Giants last night 14-6 or 14-9, whatever it was. Yes, they are 4-2 on the season, but they are looking sluggish. They are just not looking like a very good NFL football team right now, and I don't know why. Could it be the trip over the pond? Could it be the trip back over the pond? Either way, they are trending down. They are not looking very good right now. But on the bright side, is they do play the Patriots next week. Maybe a get-right game, but then they play a very good Bucs team and the Bengals moving forward. But the Buffalo Bills guys right now are trending down. Not a very, very good team. Next up on the trending down, Jonathan Taylor for the Indianapolis Colts. Everybody thought when JT came in, woo, baby, the Colts are going to be the real deal. Look out, baby. The Colts are going up. And then Jonathan Taylor come up, and then they're like, oh, Anthony Richardson gets hurt. Oh, now the Colts are definitely trending down, and the Justin Taylor is trending down as well. He had 8 carries for 19 yards versus the Jaguars on Sunday, and so far this season he has 14 carries for 37 yards. Josh Jacobs said it the best. It is just hard to get your legs under you. It took Josh Jacobs, damn near 5 weeks to figure out how to run forward. So, Jonathan Taylor, trending down. Next up on the trending down, the third and final for the 3 and Out trending down. That is the Tennessee Titans. The Tennessee Titans are just not a very good football team. Not only are they not a very good football team, they're playing bad, unexpired football right now. They are 2-4 right now, and I feel like nobody wants to play for them right now. Ryan Tannehill is officially out. Malik Willis did come in and offer some type of juice, some type of spark, but let's just be honest, guys. The Tennessee Titans are not a very good team, and they are trending down. Tim McWall said JT sat on the bench for 5 weeks for nothing. Listen, Jonathan Taylor's contract is kind of unexpiring and trending down as well. Jonathan Taylor's contract is like roughly $10 million a season. Oh, but it changed the landscape of the running back room. Whatever. No, he did not. He's still getting a franchise tag deal with a little bit of incentives. Let's just be honest about it. Oh, fantasy bench. He sat on my fantasy bench for 5 weeks for nothing. David says, I had to leave early this morning. Good luck. Watch out for my Chargers. David, we do have that Starbucks bet happening, so go Cowboys, even though I'll be secretly rooting for your Chargers as well, I guess. I don't know. But have a great day, my man. James says, D-Hop is having seriously regrets this morning about joining the Tennessee Titans. Yes. Didn't D-Hop say he wanted to go to a team that has a potential chance of winning a championship? He wanted to go to a team that was going to take him to the moon, baby. Okay. We all knew the Tennessee Titans weren't going to be a championship caliber team, but we never thought they were going to be this freaking bad. The King Henry ledge is near. I've been saying it. His ledge is near. It is what it is. Hoffy says JT needs to get back his legs. And we were seeing again with Jock Jacobs in Los Angeles, right? Cow Pies, Billies, and the Swifties. What? Oh, John always with the most off-the-wall comments, by the way. D-Hop should have gone to Kansas City. James says no way on that. So listen, actually, let's talk about that. If D-Hop would have went to because it kind of seems to me that DeAndre Hopkins has kind of lost a step a little bit. It seems like he is just kind of is the word going through the motions maybe. He just seems kind of just like out there, right? Kind of like Tiger Woods, like his last couple years playing golf. He was just out there, like. He was all fanfare. Oh, it's Tiger. But his son was beating him on the golf course. So it's so if D-Hop would have went to a team like the Buffalo Bills or the Kansas City Chiefs or the 49ers or the Miami Dolphins and he was performing like this still, wouldn't it be a bigger shock? Like, man, he is at the ledge. He is there. But now we're kind of like, oh, it's Ryan Tannehill's fault. It's the Tennessee Titans' fault. Maybe that was his plan all along. Maybe he knew that he lost a step. Maybe he knew that he wasn't the dog anymore, the top receiver in the NFL. So he's like, hey, I'm going to go to a team like the Titans where it's going to be somebody else's fault, not my fault. I don't know. It is what it is. Monday Night Football prediction. Cowboys blow them out. Dak hasn't lost back-to-back games since 2019. We will be talking about that game coming up here soon. I got 3 ways of how the Dallas Cowboys and the Chargers both can win respective games. Trending down, Detroit. Detroit is not trending down. Detroit is not trending down at all. But Hoffy, are you there, man? Are you ready to good? Well, jump on, man. We got Mr. Hofstetter in the chat. What's up, Hofstetter?
What's up, Buck?
Holy good God.
Or should I call you Travis Kelce?
Hey, my Tay-Tay's in the room there. But Hoffy is here with our resident stats out there. He is the man behind the chat. And anytime we need some clarification, like, hey, stat boy, give me some stats. Give me some stats, stat boy. Is D-Hop trending down? Is D-Hop over the hill? Is D-Hop no longer a top receiver in the NFL, stat boy?
I mean, D-Hop's still 15th in total yards.
Okay. Even with like three catches? Damn.
Isn't that even more impressive?
Yeah.
31 in catches, but yeah, he's 15 in yards. Wow. I mean, we talked about, people said Randy Moss was all done before he joined the Patriots. We saw how that worked.
Right.
I do think that if Hopkins was winning and playing with someone like Mahomes, we'd see a completely different Hopkins.
All right. So, guys, DeAndre Hopkins still 15th in the league in catching yards. Good Lord, with Ryan Tannehill throwing on the ball and 31 in catches. You like you said, he's still producing, even though he needs a haircut. His dreads are so freaking bad. Like,
you know who needs a haircut?
Who?
Your upper lip.
I think it looks good, man.
I didn't know Super Troopers 3 was coming out.
Yeah, I'm the backup cop. All right, guys. So let's get into.
Baba, gonna go order a Coke for a cop.
Yeah, there you go. I'm actually a cop for Halloween. So. All righty, guys. So let's get into some way or no way here on the beautiful Monday morning here. So if you guys are new here, way or no way is very, very simple. We put out some statements. We give you some reasons why that statement is a way or if it's a no way, and you guys in the chat determine whether it is a way or is a no way. It is very, very simple, very cut and dry. So let's get into it. We've been talking a lot about the Detroit Lions. We have been talking about the Detroit Lions, how they are the best team in the NFC, how they're the most complete team in the NFC, how nobody in their right mind is going to beat them, but that's besides the Seattle Seahawks. But guys, the Detroit Lions improved to 5-1 on the season. So way or no way, are they the best team in the NFL? Not just the NFC, but the NFL. So when we look at the Detroit Lions, we see a very, very complete team. We see a very, very hungry team. We see a very, very scavenger-friendly team, right? We see a team that is going to go out there each and every day, each and every game, and not worry about their stats, not worry about getting their bag. They're worried about getting their buddy into the end zone. Reynolds pancaked that sumbitch and got St. Brown in the end zone. If Reynolds was Jonathan Taylor, you would have not seen St. Brown get into the end zone on that play. Let's just be honest about it. So when we look at the Detroit Lions, they have beaten the Bucs. They have beaten the Kansas City Chiefs. Let me pull up those guys. They have beaten the Green Bay Packers. They have beaten the Atlanta Falcons. They have beaten the Carolina Panthers. But let's slow it down, baby. Let's slow it down. They did lose to the Seahawks at home in overtime. Many people saying, oh, the referees cost them that game. They got lucky. Okay, whatever. They still lost. They beat a Falcons team that we thought was trending up. Since then, they've kind of been like, meh, right? A little bit of meh. Green Bay Packers, still a very, very good team. But let's just be honest. They are not playing very good football right now. They did not play very good football Thursday night versus the Detroit Lions at home. Carolina Panthers, you're supposed to win that game. The Panthers haven't won a game all season. They have a rookie quarterback. Then they played the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Probably the best game of the week, hands down. And the Bucs kind of just shit the bed a little bit. So are the Detroit Lions the best team in the NFL, way or no way? When we look at the complete package, from week 1 to week 6, I have to go with no way. I have to go with no way because there are other teams out there that have a little bit more firepower if they're healthy. There are teams out there that have a very good defense if they're healthy, right? So to say that they're the best team in the NFL, that is a stretch. Because if you do health versus health, healthy-wise, the 49ers are the best team in the NFL. Let's just be honest. But we're talking about right now. We're talking about right now. Right now, going into week 7 of the NFL season, yes, way. The Detroit Lions are the best team in the NFL. They're better than the Eagles, better than the 49ers, better than the Chiefs, better than the Bucs, better than the Seahawks. They're better than anybody in the NFL. Way, the Detroit Lions are the best team in the NFL right now. Put a stamp on it, baby. Stat boy, what do you got for me?
I mean, they are top 10 in every category outside of defensive pass yards per game. I mean, as you said, if we go into health, then 49ers on paper are a better team. But I like what Dan Campbell is bringing as far as, that chemistry to that team. So if we're in a playoff game, I do think that the Detroit Lions can play with anybody. I mean, we thought the Green Bay was going to be a good team, but they lost to the Raiders. But I mean, the Lions did beat Kansas City. They did lose to Seattle at home. That's a hit on the record. But overall, as you said, right now, I do think they have to be considered one of the best teams with San Francisco.
Okay. Anything in the comments that you want to address why we got you on screen there, Staff Hofstadter?
Yeah, XD Gamer needs to chill out with the top defense. 31st in passing yards, like 20-something in points allowed.
James says, way, but really hard to trust after years of watching them fail. Listen, at some point, you have to move on from the past. Unless you're a Chicago Bears fan or a Miami Dolphins fan, at some point you will move past the past. Past the past.
I'm moving past the past with the Patriots. They are no longer a dynasty. They suck donkey dick.
So, listen, they are a really good team. Tim McWall says, no way, because it's the Lions. Until proven otherwise, it's a no way. They are proving it right now, Tim. Like, if you want to go back to last season, what they won, what was it, 8 games in a row, Hoffy, or something, or they're 7-1, or like in their last 8. They've won a lot of games in a row. They're like 14-2 if you count the last 8 games of last season. They are proving that they're a pretty good team. Dan Campbell is doing the right things. I'm just saying. And the left tackle hold Hutcherson all day. Danny is in the chat. This is a new name. That's a long message. So let's see if I can read it here. Man hour, there were some horrible calls. They seem to get worse and worse each year. Something needs to be done. Technology is getting more and more advanced each day. There has to be a way to implement to improve the officiating. So, Danny, we can talk about officiating here. And the simple fact of the matter is that is why the officiating is getting so bad. Let's just be honest. The reason why the officiating is getting so bad is because they know that they are taught to swallow the whistle. They are taught to basically let things go or throw things that are even close to like a flag because New York, Big Brother is going to correct it or they're going to get a replay. So they are taught to do these simple types of things, to swallow the whistle, to premature throw the flag or whatever. They are taught to do that so we can use technology to fix the said play. What needs to be done is we need to tone back the technology. We need to take replay out of the game completely. Take it out. Go back to 1990s. Lay people out going over the middle. Running backs want their money back. Bring back the 90s of the football, baby. Make people scared to go over the middle. Bobby, it's kind of hard to tell which team is the best now. No, it's not. No, it's not, Bobby. The best teams are the Dallas Cowboys, the Kansas City Chiefs, and the Detroit Lions. Right, Hoffy?
How the hell are you going to call the Cowboys the best team and not put the 49ers in that category?
Because we saw how great the 49ers are without one player.
We talk about technology. Technology screwed the 49ers out of a touchdown.
Did they?
The zebras out there calling flags for a shoulder-to-chest hit. And then you got Shanahan reverting back to the 28-3 Super Bowl and deciding to throw the ball 3 times in a row when they got the ball with 4 minutes left in the lead.
Oh, man, there are a lot of comments.
I mean, you can relate. You guys are down 10 in the Super Bowl to him and going into the 4th and 1. Guy needs to relinquish his play calling when they have the lead.
Or when adversity strikes. Shell shock. So, Hoffy, you are watching the chat there. I just realized there was a bunch of comments that just came through. Is there anything that we should address before moving on to the next one?
Yeah, your boy XD Gamer saying the Chiefs aren't a top 5 team.
Maybe. Tune in Tuesday. We'll
their only losses to what we're arguing is one of the best teams in the league right now.
Yeah, you can. You got the chat. You can click on it, right? You can bring up his comment if you want. There you go. XT Gamer says, Buck, the Chiefs are not a top 5 team. Yes, they are.
Provided this is the same guy that says Trevor Lawrence 3 weeks ago was the best quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah. Absolutely ridiculous. trying to hijack the show and make this into a Jaguars show. Get out of here with that. Get out of here. Was that a very good Boston comment there? Get out of here. Show shock.
I'll give you some credit on it.
All right, guys. Moving on to the next one here. The next Where No Way of the day. We have to talk about the Mean Green Machine. We have to talk about this team in green and white that have back-to-back wins now. They are now 3-3 on the season. So, way or no way are the Jets, that's right, the New York Football Jets, a playoff team. Guys, the New York Jets are a team that's being carried by their defense right now. The New York Jets are a team that have beaten the Denver Broncos at Mile High Stadium, a very tough place to play. Of course, they were playing on the emotional Nathaniel Hackett, the worst coach ever thing. But then they come in and they out-nasty the Philadelphia Eagles, right? It was a very sloppy game, a very flag-happy game, but they did beat the Philadelphia Eagles for the first time in like ever in the NFL without Sauce Gardner. Keep that in mind. Earlier this season, they did beat the Buffalo Bills on 9-11, but then they lost to the Cowboys, lost to the Patriots, and lost to the Chiefs. So if you guys remember, it seems so long ago, back in June, back in July, when we were talking about the New York Jets preseason operations, we said it would be a miracle if they got out of those first 6 games as a 500 team, right? And that was with Aaron Rodgers. Now they're a 500 team without Aaron Rodgers. Going into the next 3 games, they play the Giants, Chargers, and Raiders. 3 very, very winnable games. Hell, they might even be favored in all 3 of those games. Let's just be honest. But right now, guys, the Jets are looking like a good team. Things are starting to come together. However, in the AFC, I feel like you're going to need 10 wins to get into the playoffs. You are going to need 10 wins because, let's just be honest, the Jets are not going to win the division. No way, no how are they going to beat out the Buffalo Bills or the Miami Dolphins. That is just not going to happen. So they're looking at a wild card game as a wild card team. There are 3 wild card teams, and you're going to need 10 wins. So let's see if we can muster up 10 wins for them. Let's say they get hot. Let's say they win the next 3. Put them on a 5-game winning streak. They're going to be 5-3, and then they play the Buffalo Bills. Lost. Miami Dolphins. Lost. They play the Atlanta Falcons. We'll give it to them because it's at home. 9 wins right there. Texans lost. Dolphins lost. Commanders. Commanders are not very good. And then Browns and Patriots. They're going to beat the Patriots. They're going to beat the Commanders. They're probably going to beat the Falcons. Raiders, Chargers, Giants. Guys, that's 10 wins. That is 10 wins for the New York Football Jets. If we're thinking 10 wins is going to get them in, and I see them going 10 wins for the rest of the season, holy crap, guys, the New York Jets are a playoff team. The Jets are playing some good football right now. Zach Wilson is improving each and every week. That defense is only going to get better and better and better. Then you add Sauce Gardner back. And winning 5 games in a row, the NFL is all about confidence. It's all about clicking about the right time. You go into the Buffalo Bills at Buffalo on America's Game of the Week on CBS in middle of November on a 5-game winning streak, and the Buffalo Bills will just be blah at best. And if they win that game, good Lord, Miami Dolphins, look out. Good Lord, Browns, watch out. The Jets are coming, guys. If the Jets make the playoffs, I'm going to be eating some crow. Actually, I won't, because I said they were a 7-1 team with Aaron Rodgers like at the helm. Never said Zach Wilson. But Hoffy, do we think 10 wins is going to get the Jets into the playoffs? Give me some logical stats to help me keep the Jets out of the playoffs.
I mean, it's the Jets. That's all I think you need to say to know they're not going to be in the playoffs. But that said, to contradict myself, they are in the 10th spot right now. 7 teams are going to make the playoffs. They're only 1 game out or 1 game back. And you got to think, I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody saw it yesterday in pregame warmups. there is a bad man in regular shoes and throwing a football.
Listen.
Is he coming back?
Listen. If that bad man and Aaron Rodgers was smart, if that bad man was any type of indication of what a success should be, if the New York Football Jets are competing for a playoff spot with Zach Wilson at the helm, why do you want to mess that up? Legitimately, why do you want to throw a monkey wrench into everything that is clicking right now? Zach Wilson has a connection with Garrett Wilson, Randall Cobb, Alan Lazard. They are used to Zach Wilson. Aaron Rodgers has played 4 snaps. Coffee. Come on.
Yeah, but they didn't take an insurance policy out on him, so they got to get their money somehow.
You get your money by letting Zach Wilson play and make you do the playoffs.
We saw what he did against the Patriots.
Who?
Wilson.
Okay. That was his second game as a starter this season.
He's not the answer. He might look like, Mahomes when he plays against Mahomes, but that's just Mahomes.
Whatever. John says no way. John says no way are the Jets making the playoffs. Tyler, there ain't no way. Tyler's in the chat. Said Chiefs is a top team in the NFL. I do agree. Best thing they got going with the Chiefs is a Taylor Swift. Why are we still talking about the Chiefs here? What's going on here? There you go. Rodgers will be back in the playoffs if they make it, says Jay. Go ahead, Hoffy. You got some comments?
Yeah, I mean, it could come down to the Browns versus Jets in Week 16.
So Rob does say that. Brown Jets Week 16. Wouldn't that be something, right? Cleveland Browns and the New York Football Jets battling for the 7th and final wild card spot. Sheesh. I don't know, man. I think the Browns are pretty good. Are we sleeping on the Browns? How about this? Have we been putting so much stock into Deshaun Watson thinking he is going to be the savior, and the savior's been P.J. Walker the whole freaking time? A.K.A. Baker Mayfield? Good Lord.
The savior's Jim Schwartz.
Defensive coordinator.
Yep.
XC Gamer still talking about his Jaguars. Buck also did Danielle Hunter to the Jaguars. Now, Danielle Hunter wants, if he gets traded, he wants to go to a team that has a chance at a championship, and that's not the Jaguars.
Let me ask you a question, Buck.
Yes.
Do you want Clark back?
No, I do not. I mean, Frank Clark was released by the Denver Broncos after their loss versus the Kansas City Chiefs, which he did not play in. That following Friday, he was officially released from the team. Clearly, he does not want to be in Denver at all. He did not want to be in Kansas City because he basically refused to negotiate with them. So if the Chiefs were going to bring in another pass rusher, I would look at maybe trying to bring in a Danielle Hunter. I would look into trying to bring in some other, maybe Aaron Donald, somebody that can basically put that defense up and over the top. So
you don't want a guy that tries to cheat the line of scrimmage and, gets a little ahead of himself?
Yeah. Listen, that was D Ford that lined up 3 yards offsides versus the New England Patriots. He's like, I wasn't offsides. Dude, you were literally lined up squared at nose and nose with Tom Brady in the backfield. Get out of here with that. Moving on. Let's talk about this segment was here for Combs, but as you guys see, Combs likes to show up as a part-time duties whenever he doesn't show up. But this is all about Justin Fields. Justin Fields dislocated his thumb on his right hand in the loss versus the Minnesota Vikings on Sunday. He has been listed day-to-day, but let's just be honest. When you dislocate a thumb, it's going to take a couple weeks to get back. Let's just be flat out honest about that. Day-to-day, my ass. But way or no way should Justin Fields sit out the rest of the season. It was about this time last year when I believe the Chicago Bears beat the San Francisco 49ers week 1. They lost like 5 or 6 games in a row. Justin Fields is getting absolutely murdered, sacked, and like was throwing the ball like 6 times in a game for 30-some yards. He's just looking like a shit show of himself. And we're like, hey, maybe they should sit the franchise quarterback and let him, let the backup take those shots. Well, we're in this conversation again. We are talking about, hey, we should maybe sit Justin Fields to protect him from himself because, how about this? This is a no way. This is a no way because Justin Fields is not your franchise guy. This is a no way because Justin Fields is no way, shape, or form going to be on the Chicago Bears next season. So therefore, you need to put some type of product out there. He needs to look good so you can get a first-round pick out of him, so you can get a couple second-round picks out of him. Because I think at this particular point, Matt Eberflus is looking at his job and saying, man, this seat is freaking hot. This seat is hot. I need an out. My out is Justin Fields. Justin Fields, you suck, so I am going to make you look that much worse so I can blame, hey, it was all Justin Fields' fault. It wasn't my fault. It was Justin Fields' fault. No way is Justin Fields going to sit for the rest of the season. He is going to come out and he is going to have some sparks of greatness and be like, oh, MVP chance again for Justin Fields, right? Like, slow it down, baby. Slow it down. It's not going to happen. But the Chicago Bears are, if there is such thing as a tank mode, right? Losing to the Minnesota the Vikings basically 100% put them in tank mode. At this particular time, the Chicago Bears are going to be interested in moving on from some players that could give them some draft capital, some more draft capital than what they already have. Mooney, probably going to be gone. Any running back, probably going to be gone. Their Edmonds, though, the linebacker, going to be gone. Justin Fields, going to be gone. Hoffy, what did the stats say? Do the stats say that Justin Fields might turn it on toward the end of the season?
I mean, we've seen improvement over him the last 2 weeks, but again, that was one of those games was Denver. How much stock can we put into that?
Right.
He had a decent game against Washington, albeit his completion percentage was only 51%. But he did throw for 282 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, had a 125 QBR. But speaking for Combs here, I think we know that this is not Eberflus' guy and it's not Poole's guy. So it does sound like this is last year with Fields. So throw him out there. Let him show the league what he's got.
Right.
Maybe rebuild some capital there, and you move on.
Yeah. The Justin Fields things kind of remind me of the Trey Lance and the 49ers thing, right? Like, at what point do you just like, hey, we effed up. We effed up by drafting this guy, and clearly he is not our guy, right? So do the Bears... I mean, Ryan Poles did not draft this guy, so the pulling of the rug might be a little bit easier. Matt Eberflus did not draft this guy, so might be pulling of the rug might be a little bit easier. But at what point do the Bears like, you know what, Justin Fields just isn't our guy? And we do have 2 first-round picks back-to-back. We have our own pick, and we have the Carolina Panthers pick as well. We could be drafting 1 and 2. Look what the Houston Texans did. They got a good quarterback, and they got a good defensive end. And look where they're at. They are one of the most trendiest teams in the NFL. Could the Chicago Bears do that, Colm? Or Hoffy? Do they go out and get a Caleb Williams and a dominant defensive player? Or what? Like, do they? Like, can they? Damn.
Well, according to Combs and the rest of the Chicago fan base, they're all in the Notre Dame area. So after watching Notre Dame beat USC, they all think that Caleb Williams is overrated, so I don't think they want Caleb Williams now. But
yeah,
that's fine with me and the Patriots if they want to move on, and we'll take Caleb Williams.
Right.
But I would say that yes, two good picks, a quarterback and a defensive end or something should turn it around. But let's be honest. Speaking on Combs' behalf, it is the Bears.
Yeah, it is the Bears. So Randall is in the chat. He says the whole Chicago Bears team gone. Coach, GM, scout, punter, backup lineman, water girl. Everybody's gone. Randall says fire the whole team. Jay is in the chat, and he says, has Field ever won a division game? I honestly can't think of one that he has. Listen, Justin Fields has 6 wins as a starter. 6 wins as a starter. The only game that I think he had legitimately had a chance of winning in the division was when the Detroit Lions came into town last year or 2 years ago, and the one guy fumbled the ball out of the back of the end zone. So I think that's the only time they have ever won. Hoffy, has Justin Fields ever won a division game?
He has beat Detroit.
Yeah, that
Las
time when
Vegas,
Montgomery fumbled
San
out of the end zone.
Francisco, Houston, New England. Those are his wins.
Yeah, so he has just beaten the Detroit Lions in the NFC North. Ugh. Wow. I guess you can put your hat on. You beat the San Francisco 49ers. There you go. XT Gamer says, Hoffy is crazy today. He has beaten the Vikings, says Randall. No, he hasn't. He has beaten the Lions. And that is it. Hofstadter just said it. But speaking of Hofstadter, the man, the myth, the legend behind all the stats, behind the chat is my man, Hoffy. Hoffy, you bring an element to the Man Hour here that is very magical. That makes me want to look at myself and say, damn, I am that much sexier than everybody else in the world, and that is you. That is why I shaved this mustache into my face. Not to make the wife upset, not to make the Travis Swifties look that much amazing. It is to compete with you. So, Hofstetter, moving forward, you will be the man giving us the stats each and every time just to make me look good. When I spurt out something crazy, you're like, look, Buck is right, guys, because of the stats say right here. So, Hoffy, as you dive deep into the stats here, as you Google the machine, you have the algorithms, all the things in the world. On Friday, you are going to be giving me top 10 quarterbacks going into week 7. We have seen XD Gamers say that Trevor Lawrence is the top 5 quarterback in the league. Can you answer me this question? Is Trevor Lawrence a top 5 quarterback in the league based off of your opinion? Not in the algorithms, not in the world of the supercomputers. In Hofstetter's eyes, Mr. Statman himself, is Trevor Lawrence a top 5 quarterback?
Much like the Jags are trending up, I'd say he's trending up, but I can't put him in the top 5 right now. But I don't have my fancy algorithm in front of me to confirm whether I'm right or wrong. But no, I don't think he is a top 5 right now. I do think he's probably trending close to that as far as the stats go this year, but no.
So the answer is no, he is not. Next question that we have coming from the chat. From the biggest Detroit Lions fans that I might know. The man that wants me to wear the Arian Hutchinson jersey every chance I can get. That is Jay Gillian. Jay Gillian says Goff for MVP. Hoffy, in the stats mind of your mind, the way it works, is Jared Goff a front runner for MVP? Putting you on the spot, man.
No.
No. Who has a better MVP shot?
You're gonna give him MVP over Tua?
Yeah. Yeah, I am. Because
I mean, you got to put him in that category, but right now I think Tua is the favorite for that. I mean, he's got more touchdowns, better yards per game, more yards, obviously, being that's the same exact thing. Completion percentage is better. So no.
Okay.
As of right now, he is not.
All right, guys.
But
so go ahead. My
Tua
bad.
ain't gonna last the whole year. We know that.
Whoa. All right, guys. So if you guys have not noticed, we are into hour number 2 of the Man Hour. Going into hour number 2 from here on out, we got questions from my man Hofstadter. Every time you guys want to rattle the man's brain, going into hour number 2, we are going to drop some stat questions to my man Hoffy. We are going to be like, hey, Hofstadter, is Trevor Lawrence rated a top 5 MVP? Is Jared Goff the best quarterback in the league? Is Brock Purdy the MVP frontrunner? It is what it is. We will talk about
Maybe before yesterday.
Maybe before yesterday. Hoffy says, XD Gamer, I have my own stats for why the Jaguars are a top 10 defense. So not only is XD Gamer claiming that Jacksonville Jaguars have a top 10 defense, he's making up his own stats to support his own argument. That a boy. That is some AWS stuff right there. All right, guys.
Yeah, he's going off of 1 week of stats.
Yeah, it is what it is. And John says, as of now, yes, he's been in every game, even in their loss for Brock Purdy MVP. So, is Brock Purdy have a better chance of winning MVP than Jared Goff? Hofstadter. Statter.
He might have better stats, but he's also got a better, a team. He has a tight end. He's got a repertoire of wide receivers. I mean, Detroit's got some wide receivers too.
Right.
They've got a good running back in Gibbs, but, when we compare Gibbs to McCaffrey, I know that we won't include you on that because we know which way you're going. But when we talk about the tight ends and then we talk about the wide receiver room, so I think some stock has to be put into that.
If you guys want to talk
I would actually lean towards Jared Goff.
If you guys want to talk about true MVPs, like, I'm not talking about the best quarterback on the best team, because I think the MVP, the way they figure out the MVP for the NFL is kind of skewed. What MVP means most valuable player for said team, right? And you can look at Jared Goff, you can look at Tua, you can look at Brock Purdy, right? You can look at all of those people, but truly the MVP of the league this season, that is Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce is a true MVP for his team, for the league, because we have seen it without Travis Kelce on the field. The Chiefs' offense is terrible. Travis Kelce is the glue. He is the adhesive. He is the bonding agent. He is whatever you want to call him to the Kansas City Chiefs offense. Him and Patrick Mahomes are on a different level. Patrick Mahomes is not the Patrick Mahomes this season that we've all grown to love without Travis Kelce. The Kansas City Chiefs are not 5-1 without Travis Kelce on the field. The true MVP, Hoffy, John, XD Gamer, James, Jim, Bears Oh My, whoever's out there, Travis Kelce is the true MVP. True MVP.
Are you sure you're not a Swiftie?
Dude, my Swiftie's inside.
I mean, he might be the NFL's MVP with the amount of money he's bringing in.
Right. James says, under your guidelines, Buck, CJ Stroud is the MVP. True. CJ Stroud is night and day for the Houston Texans. He is a true MVP for the Texans as well. You say Travis, I'm going to hurdle. Travis freaking Kelce, baby. Travis freaking Kelce. Randall thinks is Danielle Hunter on pace for Defensive Player of the Year conversation. I've noticed he's been killing QBs this season. No, he is not. You know who is on pace for Defensive Player of the Year? Nick Bosa. He just.
Are you going Hutchinson?
No, Nick Bosa is a freaking dog. He is a freaking dog. But a team that Danielle Hunter is going to go to, guys, that is the Dallas Cowboys. Think about that. Danielle Hunter on the opposite side of Micah Parsons. Good Lord, watch out. Super Bowl, baby. But right now, guys, we do have Monday night matchup here. We do have the Dallas Cowboys taking on the LA Chargers. And I'm going to give you guys 3 ways each team can win tonight's game. And we are going to start with the Dallas Cowboys. 3 ways the Dallas Cowboys can beat the LA Chargers are as followed. First of all, the Dallas Cowboys have to understand that Dak Prescott is a game manager. Let Dak Prescott manage the game. Stop trying to push the ball down the field over and over and over. Hand the ball off, nickel and dime down the field, manage the game. Let Dak Prescott be the game manager that he is. Number 2, is you have to stay in front of the chains. We don't want no stupid false starts. We don't want no holdings. We don't want no offensive pass interference. Stay in front of the chains. That's about 3 yards to 4 yards every play. You want a 2nd and 7. You want a 3rd and 4. Stay in front of those chains so Dak Prescott can, in return, manage the game. Number 3 is don't forget about your running game. That is what happened with the Dallas Cowboys when they played the San Francisco 49ers. They forgot that they had a running game. Tony Pollard is one of the best running backs in the NFL. The best running back on the Dallas Cowboys roster right now. Do not forget about Tony Pollard. So 3 ways the Dallas Cowboys can win tonight's game. Let Dak Prescott be a game manager. Stay in front of the chains. And let Tony Pollard eat, baby. Hoffy, does your stat minds think that this is a good way that the Dallas Cowboys can win tonight's game?
Yeah, I mean, they're 5th in yards allowed. And Michael Parsons is leading the league with 51% QB pressures. And the offense for the Chargers is really heavily on Herbert. So,
yep.
And we have Kellen Moore coming back to against his old team, so we all know how that works.
Yeah, Kellen Moore is one of the worst offense coordinators out there, hands down. John says, Chargers win tonight. Chargers win tonight. And James says, God, I hope so. F the Cowboys. You guys be talking shit about the Cowboys all for the wrong reasons. Cowboys are that damn good. But speaking of that damn good, these are 3 ways that the LA Chargers can win tonight's game. 3 ways they can win. Number 1 is they have to win first down. On the defensive side of the ball and the offensive side of the ball. They have to get the Dallas Cowboys behind the sticks on 2nd down, make it 2nd long over and over and over. And then on the offensive side of the ball, they have to get positive yards on first down. Always. Win on first down. Number 2, this is going to be a key. Justin Herbert. Hopefully you're listening because I've told you guys how to win all season long. You haven't done it. No turnovers. The Dallas Cowboys defense thrives off of turnovers. What makes the Dallas Cowboys defense so great, or the Dallas Cowboys so great in general, is that they can score on all 3 aspects of the game. So if you turn the ball over and give the defense a chance to score, it's going to be a long 40-0 night. No turnovers. 0 turnovers tonight. Do not give the Dallas Cowboys defense any momentum. Number 3 is you have to have football IQ. You have to have football IQ. Let's flash back all the way to week 1. Chargers versus Miami Dolphins. J.C. Jackson intercepts the ball in the end zone and runs it out and gets like the 3-yard line. Ultimately, pretty much costing the game. Costing the game versus the Miami Dolphins. The football IQ for the Chargers is lacking at best. They need to step up.
You don't want to go back to week 17?
They want to jump up their football IQ 100%. So they need to win first down, no turnovers, and football IQ. Hofstadter, what'd you say? You want to go back to week 17?
You said go all the way back to week 1. I said we go all the way back to week 17 of last year.
Yeah.
And then their first playoff game.
What happened week 17? I refreshed my memory.
That was the game that they tried to come to tie.
Yeah, forgot about that. The tie game.
I will say though that they're expecting to get Joey Bosa back tonight, as well as Austin Eckler.
Yeah.
So, but their defense is not very good. So I think the game manager and Dak Prescott should be able to have a good game.
We will see. All right, guys, so that is 3 ways I think the Chargers can win tonight's game. I definitely got the Cowboys winning tonight. I think the Cowboys are going to show them, flex that muscle, and show them why they are a Super Bowl caliber team. And they are the best team in the NFC up there with the Detroit Lions. Hofstadter, who do you got tonight?
I agree with everybody saying fuck the Cowboys, but I think the Cowboys win.
Yep. John's getting the Chargers to win tonight. James wants the Chargers to win tonight. And John says, so run draw plays to beat the Cowboys. Pretty much. Run draw plays. 100%. Let Micah Parsons come flying upfield and run under him. Actually, honestly, Hoffy, the easiest way to beat the Cowboys? Do you want to know this? All you fans really want to know the easiest way to beat the Dallas Cowboys?
Make Dak turn it over 4 times?
Run at Micah Parsons. Don't run away from him. Don't run zones. Run at him. If you have a run play going to the right and Micah Parsons is lined up on the left, flip that play and run right at Micah Parsons. He is the worst tackler in the NFL head-to-head. Seriously. Watch it. Watch it. XT Gamer. Wishing for a tie. There are 3 things in the man hour we don't do, and one of them is wish for a goddamn tie. Ooh, put his ass in timeout, Huffy. Tie?
I was gonna say ban him from the chat.
Tie? Tie? Guys, that is it for today. What?
Should we block user?
No, we won't block him. But a tie? Randall says Chargers win tonight. Dak is the same as Kirk Cousins at primetime. You'll see if you have missed it. Listen, Kirk Cousins is better than Daniel Jones at primetime. David's in the chat. He says best defense in the NFL, bar none. Cleveland Browns without a doubt. Facts on facts on facts. Hoffy, is there any team better than the Cleveland Browns on the defense side of the ball right now?
I don't think we can argue with that one, no.
I don't think we can. XT Gamer says we love ties. Maybe in Florida. Maybe in Duval County. Don't the Jaguars have the most ties on the last five years? It seems like they're always 8-1.
I prefer a bow tie myself, but that's just personal preference.
You do look damn good in a bow tie. I'm a very straight man, but I know a sexy man when I see it. Chargers win tonight. Dak is the same as Kirk Cousins on primetime. You will see it tonight if you have missed it. Randall says, when are you guys on again? We'll be on tomorrow. Every Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. East Coast time. We are trying the 2-hour thing, but today is only going to be an hour and 20 minutes because Combs stood us up, Hoffy.
Yeah, don't forget, not only tomorrow morning, but the Tuesday night man hour Buck Power Rankings.
Yeah. Host by Hofstetter.
This guy.
All right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place, 10 a.m. East Coast time. Live, raw, uncut NFL talk. We out.